Defeat out of the jaws of victory. Defeat out of the jaws of victory. Why'd you stop swinging? Why did you stop? This morning is me versus me, just a trailer of the sermon for this morning, for Friday. What am I talking about? Friday. It is Friday. A trailer for the sermon this Sunday. And you got to get this. You know, we're talking about this me versus me, the Bible study, studying the book of Romans. And this morning, I want to just talk about and impart into you me versus me. What does that mean? Here we go. Snatching defeat out of the jaws of victory. Snatching defeat out of the jaws of victory. Let me say it a third time. Snatching defeat out of the jaws of victory, because it's me versus me. What does this mean to you on this morning? Just a snippet of the message on this coming Sunday. You can't miss it. 8 and 10. Don't you dare miss it. Got a word for you, and you already know it. It's connected to what we're doing, me versus me, and this whole series of Bible study on the book of Romans. So I want you to get this, and want to greet some folk here this morning, but put it in the chat area. I want you to put this in the chat area already. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes, morning manna fam, we snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory. We do. We sure do. Because we lose the battle of me versus me. How about that? Let's greet some folk this morning, and then we're going to get into the manna. I got a word for you. You already know it on this morning. Ari, how are you on this morning? Minister Yolanda, how are you on this morning? Liz, how are you? Thelma, how are you? Laura, how are you on this morning? Vaughn, how are you on this morning? Here we go. Brother Nesbitt is here. Letter Love is here in the house. Dawn is here. Ann is here. Gerald is here as well. Good morning, Brenda. How are you on this morning? LaFawn, how are you? Jacqueline, how are you? Elder Mobley is doing well. Welcome, Daytona. Now, I can't get it. Daytona Racer 90X. Good Friday morning, Bishop and Manna fam. You already know it. Got a word for you on this morning. Good morning, Deborah. Can we just shout out this morning? Somebody named Deborah Sims is turning. Well, why don't you tell us, Deborah? Happy birthday. I'm not going to steal your thunder. Put it in the chat area so the Manna fam can shout you out on the birthday wish on this morning. Let everybody know what it is. Put it in the chat area. Good morning, Verena. How are you? Winnie, how are you on this morning? Vaughn, how are you on this morning? That's right, snatching defeat out of the jaws of victory. Snatching defeat out of the jaws of victory. Good morning, Deborah. Dorsey, how are you? Elder Jan, how are you? Carla Lanford is in the house. Good to see you. Thank you for all that you do. Samara is back with us as well. So good to see you. Marcy is here as well. Good morning. Friday is right. Friday is right, Erica. You already know it. Pasha is here. Ann is here. Sometimes we snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory. We got a victory, but we just snatch it. So here we go. I'm watching with my family from South Carolina. How about that? How about that? South Kakalaki. That's right. But you really do understand that there's only one Carolina, and that's North Carolina. But I don't want to offend nobody this morning. How about that? Good morning, Francine. How are you on this morning? Jacqueline, how are you? Jody, how are you? Are you going to tell anybody what the deal is, Deborah? I'm just curious. Good morning, Elder Jan again. Cynthia is here. Elder Mobley is here. That's right. Dan the man. Okay. All right. Dan the man. Okay. I got it this time. I understand. There it is. Everybody to see. You will never believe it when you see her. Black don't crack for real. I want to look like that, if not better, when I am 70. Can we shout out happy birthday to Deborah, a charter member of New Life, on 70 years? 70 years. Valerie, how are you? That's right. Let's shout out happy birthday Jacqueline is in the house. Thelma is here. Jewel is here. Teresa is here as well. Winnie is here. Deacon Sally is in the house. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Happy birthday. Shout out to Deborah, 70 years old, 70 years young. How about that? How about that? We're going to get into this word this morning. And this morning, in case you missed it as you were coming on this morning, me versus me, it's the trailer for the sermon on this Sunday. And here it is. Here we go. Why'd you stop? Because you snatched defeat out of the jaws of victory. You snatched defeat out of the jaws of victory. I can't wait to preach this. You can't miss it. But right now, let me just give you a snippet. Good morning and welcome to Morning Manna, where in 5 minutes or less, you're going to get an impartation with the text, the talk, and the takeaway. Join the Morning Manna fam every weekday morning at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Don't forget to put in the chat the revelation that you get and share the manna. Now, let's get ready to have some manna so you can make it through your day. Here we go. Why'd you stop? Me versus me, long title. You snatched defeat out of the jaws of victory. Here's the text. 2 Kings 3:14 through 19, just a snippet of it. I want you to get this verse here. NIV translation, you know the story, but hear this again for the very first time. The man of God was angry with him and said, "You should have struck the ground 5 or 6 times. Then you would have defeated Aram completely." Here's the context of the text. King Joash comes to the prophet Elisha during a national crisis. Sound familiar? Elisha is dying. The enemy nation of Aram has been oppressing Israel, and defeat feels close. Elisha gives Joash a prophetic act. Shoot the arrow of victory. Take the arrow out of your quill, shoot it. Then strike the ground with the remaining arrows. Joash strikes the ground only 3 times and stops. But here we go. Elisha becomes angry because Joash's hesitation revealed limited faith. It revealed limited endurance. It revealed limited expectations. It revealed his own self-imposed limitations. The battle was not lost because God lacked power. The victory was limited because the king stopped too soon. Because he was looking within and did not see victory from his vantage point. There's 3 things I want you to get. Grab this, and I'm going to expand more on Sunday. Don't let your fear call the final shot. Don't let your fear call the final shot. Joash acted like somebody already defeated before the battle even started. Struck the arrows halfway-hearted because inwardly, me versus me, he had already accepted limitations and defeat. When the chips are down, your greatest enemy is often the defeated conversation happening within you. Fear shrinks efforts. Doubt weakens consistency, and defeat starts internally before it shows externally. You are snatching defeat out of the jaws of victory. Sometimes me versus me is fighting the version of yourself that had already given up mentally. I'm going to preach this. You already know it. 2, stop quitting while God is still moving. Stop quitting while God is still moving. The trajectory was not that Joash struck the arrows. The tragedy Wasn't that? Wasn't the trajectory of the arrows. It's that he stopped striking the ground with veracity. Nothing in the text says God told him to stop. He stopped because his own mindset interrupted his momentum. His own mindset interrupted his momentum. What is your mindset interrupting the momentum that God has for you right now? How many people stop praying too soon, stop building too soon, stop trusting too soon, stop leading too soon, stop fighting too soon? Mhm. Imminent defeat will try to convince you that effort no longer matters. But often your breakthrough is on the other side of one more strike, one more prayer, one more tithe, one more giving, one more, hallelujah, one more. I'm going to hold on until my change comes. Third thing, your biggest battle ain't the devil. It's not, it's yourself. Joash had arrows in his hand, but limits in his spirit. The enemy outside wasn't the only problem. The hesitation inside was the deeper issue. Me versus me means fighting laziness, fighting inconsistency. I'm going to preach this. Fighting emotional exhaustion, fighting self sabotage, and fighting the urge to settle for less. You can't ask God for complete victory while giving up partially effort. How you asking God for complete victory and you giving him partial effort? How? How? Because it's this thing that's working between your ears and within your chest. The heart of the matter. Do you really believe that you can win? Well, you better strike more than you're striking right now. What's your takeaway this morning? I'm going to preach this. You better be here and get this word. Don't stop swinging because God ain't through. Don't you stop swinging because God ain't through with you yet. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you, give you peace. If this bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. I'll see you Sunday, 8 and 10. It's Education Sunday as well. Got a word for you. And then Monday. And happy birthday, Deborah, charter member of New Life. So thankful for all that you have done to serve the Lord and New Life. God bless you. Merciful travel.